Mommies, welcome back. This is Adventures of a First-Time Mommy. I am that first-time mommy, Sabrina. This is my first time and co-host, Karina. Woo! Okay. And for this video, we are going to go over what I promised, postpartum depression, what I went through, and then also I'm going to go over the symptoms of the various, I don't want to say stages, but I can't think of any other word to call it, of postpartum depression. So all the information I'm going to go over is from mayoclinic.org. I will put the link in the description box so that you can also do your own digging and research, but reference of what I'm talking about. So first, I do want to just say, I feel like this topic is important because too many people are ignorant on what postpartum depression really is, what it looks like. I have heard that it is a sign of weakness in mothers who don't want their baby. And I'm like, that's not what it is, okay? That's not the definition by far. So that's why definitely I want to use this to kind of educate some people. And then other little piece before I dive in, my little pet peeve, if you see a mom or hear a mom talking about the postpartum depression that she may be going through, please do not advise her, oh, just spend more time with your baby. No, the baby's kind of the root of the depression. So spending more time with the baby's not going to remedy the issue. I don't understand why people say that. I'm glad that spending time or holding your baby can work for some mothers, and that just makes all your stress and worry go away. But for a lot of us dealing with postpartum depression, that's not the cure, okay? Speaking to someone, speaking to the doctor, going to therapy, whatever may be needed. But yeah, that's just one of my pet peeves. I just feel like, oh my gosh, do you hear yourself speak when you say, go hold your baby and feel better? So yeah, I digress. You'll find when I go over these symptoms, most of them, there's a running theme, most of them are the same. It's just intensity and how long it lasts is what really identifies it for each type of postpartum depression. Oh, let's dive in. I'm gonna go over the symptoms, so let me pull this up. Okay, so first one I'm gonna go over is baby blues, which I feel like is most common, very common, and people don't know that there's a clinical term for it. But it lasts about the first few days postpartum to about 2 weeks. I'll just say the first 2 weeks postpartum is really when this occurs. And it's very mild as far as the feelings and symptoms. So mood swings, anxiety, sadness, irritability, crying, trouble sleeping and eating, okay? So that's pretty much the list for baby blues. And I think when it comes like to the irritability and stuff like that, you know, your significant other may say something or family member and you just snap at them and they're like, what's wrong with you? And your response is, I just had a baby. Maybe feeling a little baby blues, right? And don't know that it's a term or know what it is. Again, it goes away on its own within the first couple weeks. So it's not that serious of a case, but I think it's very common and people don't know that there's a name for it. But it is a form of postpartum depression that does occur. So to move into postpartum depression, again, you will find that a lot of these symptoms are the same. It's just intensity and how long they last. So for postpartum depression, the first bullet they have is depressed mood or severe mood swings. It's in the name, so it's a given, right? Excessive crying, difficulty bonding with your baby, which was a big one for me, and when I surveyed other women, that was a big deal. Withdrawing from friends and family, loss of appetite, loss of sleep, or eating too much, sleeping too much. Again, it's kind of just general signs of depression as a whole. Overwhelming fatigue and loss of energy or loss of energy. Reduced interest, intense irritability or anger, hopelessness, fear that you're not a good mother, feelings of Worthlessness, shame, guilt, or inadequacy. I felt a lot of all of those. Restlessness, thoughts of harming yourself or your baby, and then recurrent thoughts of death or suicide. Also severe anxiety and panic attacks. So you see, a lot of them were under baby blues. It's just severe, more intense, excessive crying, right? And it lasts longer than those 2 weeks. It lasts anywhere from 2 weeks to some months. For me, I think it lasted a good almost 2 months, because I didn't seek any treatment or help. I just dealt with it on my own and got through it. Don't do as I do. Do as I say, not as I do. Please talk to your doctor about it. I know postpartum, they had those little checkup lists type of things saying, how do you feel? Do you feel this? And are you angry at your baby? Like stuff like that. I lied on those, unfortunately. I did tell my doctor, I'm feeling some anxiety, a little overwhelmed, but played it off like I'm just a new mother, right? But I should have talked to someone about it. So that's postpartum depression. The next one we're going to go to, again, is the severity of things. Postpartum psychosis, which actually I'm new to finding out what it is. And it's a rare condition, develops within the first week after delivery, and the signs or symptoms are a lot more severe. So there's confusion and disorientation, obsessive thoughts about your baby, sleep disturbances, hallucinations, delusion, excessive energy and agitation, paranoia, and then attempts to harm yourself or your baby. So it's no longer just a thought, you're actually acting on it. Definitely need to seek help for any of these, for a better health of you. A lot of people say, oh, so that you can take care of your baby. Think about your baby. Think about you, okay? You, and this is any aspect of your life, you cannot take care of other people if you're not taken care of. You have to take care of yourself in order to help others, okay? I know an analogy that I've heard a lot is on the plane, when you have to drop those oxygen masks, you have to put yours on first before you help someone else, okay? And that is just for a reason, okay? Take care of your health for you. Next one and last one that I'm going to go over is something that I did not know, and I'm sure a lot of moms don't know: postpartum depression in new fathers. Dads can go through postpartum depression. It is a thing. I think it's probably more common than not, and unfortunately as society, because moms are the caretakers, we kind of write off the dad as just being a bad dad, right? He just doesn't help. More than likely, there's a good chance that he is going through postpartum depression. Again, the symptoms look similar. Changes in their sleeping and eating habits, fatigue, feeling very sad, being overwhelmed, anxiety. I will say this extra little bit, it says, I need a new prescription, my eyeglasses. Fathers who are young, have history of depression, experience relationship problems, or are struggling financially are most at risk for postpartum depression in fathers. I think they also refer to it as paternal postpartum depression. So it is a thing. If you feel like your significant other may be going through this, do some research, talk to a doctor. Maybe he needs to get some help. Maybe you're fine and he's going through postpartum depression. Like I said, I think we don't even consider dads having postpartum depression because they're the dads, they're the guys, right? We just write them off as, oh, you're just being a bad dad, or this is expected, mom is supposed to do everything and dads don't. So, like I said, look into it, do your research, find help for you or your significant other, or the both of you. But just so that it doesn't get too severe, doesn't last too long, nip it in the bud, and take care of yourselves. So, with that being said, I'm going to tell you what I didn't do. Just to go over what I went through. In my previous video, you've already probably seen, I didn't have the most normal pregnancy, labor, delivery experience, and I think I know that had a lot to do with my postpartum depression. I felt like I had this broken body, okay? She had growth restriction while still in the womb, and it was due to the placenta not working. It's a placenta that my body grew, right? So in my head, I couldn't grow a good placenta to give my baby nutrients to grow. So I blamed myself. I sucked. I couldn't grow a healthy placenta. Therefore, I couldn't grow a healthy baby. So it's my fault she was small. I couldn't get that right. And then my body did not take to inducing, so I didn't get to have a natural birth. I had to have a C-section. That was my fault. I didn't even have a baby the right way, is what I felt like and what I told myself. And then when she came out, I didn't get to see her. She went to NICU because of her weight, and then I was recovering from the C-section. So we didn't get to see each other for like the first half a day she was born. First 12, 13 hours, I didn't get to see her or hold her. And then when I did get to, I didn't have that automatic bonding, this grand, magical, over-the-moon feeling that I keep hearing people talk about. I didn't feel it. It came gradually over the months, but everyone told me, oh, the first time you lay eyes on your baby or the first time you hold her or him, you're going to feel this magical thing. I didn't feel it. So because I didn't feel it and I felt like I was supposed to, I failed her with that. I failed at motherhood because I didn't even feel that, okay? There was just so many things that, yes, I would just go into crying spells. I just felt like I just failed her from the jump. So how am I supposed to take care of her for the rest of my life if I couldn't get the first part down? Had many talks with my significant other. He helped me through all of it, really. And, you know, he would just remind me, she's here, she's healthy, so you did it right. You may not have done it the way you imagined, but you did it right, okay? I'm still her mother. With that, because of the lack of bonding, I had to verbally, out loud, say to her, I am your mother. You are my daughter. I made you. You are mine. Because I just didn't have that, like I said, that automatic bonding that this is my baby, this is what I made. You want to fall asleep? Fall asleep, boo. You can fall asleep. You're okay. And it was my fault that I didn't feel it. So over the couple months, I even described it as I felt like I was babysitting. And I don't know if that's because I'm having my first baby at the age of 30. I've been an aunt for 18 years. 18 years. My boo just turned 18, my firstborn nephew. I just felt like I was babysitting another niece or nephew. I didn't feel like it was my baby that I was taking care of. It doesn't help that she looks like her dad. My boyfriend, bless his heart, would feel bad about that. And I'm like, I didn't mean to make you feel bad. But he's like, is it because she doesn't look anything like you that you also don't bond with her? Like, I'm like, that might be some of it. But no, it was a lot of things. And of course, neither one of us could help the fact that she looks like him. But it was a struggle for, like I said, a good couple months. But I got better gradually. I should have sought out help. I should have talked to someone, but I didn't. But I had my boyfriend. My sister-in-law was there for me as well. I talked to her about it and just gradually got better. I just had to get over that feeling of worthlessness, hopelessness, guilt. And then I'm an emotional person already, so crying over nothing is nothing new. I just cry over a commercial if it's sad enough. So that's my story. That's what I went through. Again, if you all are feeling any of what I just described, please talk to someone. Don't do like me, okay? Do as I say, not as I do. Get help, get treatment for you so that, yes, in turn, you can take care of whatever you need to take care of. But most importantly, do it for yourself. Do it for your own health, okay? Thank you for watching. She's knocked out, so I'm going to put her down. Please like, please comment, share your story. Also, let me know, what else do you want me to talk about? Give me some topics. What do you want to hear me discuss or talk about? Please subscribe. Please hit that bell so that you can get notifications when we do put out new videos. So thank you again, and as always, we send you peace, love, and good health to you and yours. Bye.